What? Hello. There we go. Everybody is ready and raring, and I'm fixing audio because Windows like to mess with stuff. That's my answer here. That's my answer. How we doing? How's life, everybody in the big city? How we feeling? I am your friendly neighborhood Prax. Welcome to the channel. Today is Saturday, which means it is a Mechton day, and it is early, which means it is our time for our friends from the Starblade Battalion to see what's going on with their drama. They have a lot of it, by the way. If you didn't know, they have a lot of drama. But we're going to go around and let everyone introduce themselves and say who they are, and then we'll get right back into the drama. That's how life works here. That's how life works. So we're going to start with Pope. How we doing tonight, Pope? How we feeling?
Uh, it is very warm here in Orlando. It is 90 degrees Fahrenheit, so it is toasty. Much like Death finds himself on the hot seat, as things need to be found out, places need to be wrecked, emotions halved, and answers found. So let's see what can be done.
We will find out. Indeed, we will find out. And speaking of that hot seat, perhaps someone who might be applying some extra temperature to that hot seat. Um, hi, PB. How you feeling? How you doing? How's life?
Hi, I'm doing good. I'm excited. I'm ready to get in here with Calix and be a little sassy.
A little sassy? Just a
A
little
lot of
sassy?
the mixly sass, you know?
Okay, the Mitsley sass. The Mitsley sass. All right. Look, that means that the sliding scale of degree is much higher. It's fine. Then we're gonna jump over onto the other side of the overlay. Hello, Eddie. How you feeling? How you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. I'm Eddie Freeman, and playing Rowan Rex Rossi. Yeah, I feel like there was some reconciliation of words that were said, deceptions being made, and then on the other side of it, just chaos, and finding out that the chessboard has been played on a different level than we knew the whole time. Definitely curious to see how this plays out and how we're gonna suss out this third party that we're slowly learning about.
Yes, indeed. Just have to figure these things out slowly and piece by piece. But that leaves us to last but certainly never least. Hello, Lynn. How you doing? How you feeling?
Doing good. Excited to get back into it. And yep, I am Lynn, she, her, and I'm playing Vantage Lightning Moraine. Also she, her, who is thankful. I think this session starting out at less of just a few degrees less like emotionally charged, besides being furious and furious and or sad from last. There was definitely some good reconciliation, and she's starting in a good place. It's interesting having a somewhat emotionally stable character. It's
Well, we're glad you could have an emotionally stable character. Those are important sometimes. Sometimes.
sometimes. You're
But
surrounded by 100% pure garbage. It's good to have one or two good ones in there.
I mean, that's fair. That's entirely fair and valid and appropriate. And
Hot
oh,
garbage.
look, everybody says that, and I'm just like, y'all, I live outside the city of New York. Y'all can complain about hot garbage smelling, but I want to tell you that there's something that stinks worse. It's called Newark, which admittedly is technically hot garbage, but
Damn. Shots fired to Newark there.
at me. I don't care. Everybody will tell me I'm right. That in the Atlantic or Long Island Sound in the summer, which is a special type of god awful. But we're picking back up with our fine wonderful folks on the Starblade. We had this wonderful search and discovery for an analyzation from death, the discussion with a couple people on the phone, called some friends, called some family, had a really fun bonding no, it was not fun bonding time. I mean, it was what it was. But there was information discovered, and through that discovery of information, we have options. Where would you like to go, and what would you like to do?
So, there are targets.
Mm-hmm.
There is Hammersmith, in which case we're going to go and see my brothers. There is good news and bad news when it comes to seeing my brothers. Good news, they're on Hammersmith. It's essentially a giant casino planet. Fun can be had, relaxation, spa treatments. I hear the massages at one of the hotels are almost to die for. But it also means dealing with my brothers, which means that the entire planet is in peril and could possibly turn into a giant firestorm at any given moment. Next target is Zanzibar, where my brothers are not, which is a good thing and a bad thing, because Cass is likely there. And there's going to be lots of posh, high-end stuff, very hoity-toity. We might be able to find bits of the Moraine family there. Definitely a gentleman whose penchant for fashion is a crime and a shame. And it will be a very target-rich environment, which is good and bad. So those are like the two primary options that I am currently aware of.
I think Rex would be trying to, well, I guess contextually, you know, what has been shared with the group, and is this something that's happening very rapidly, where you're kind of like making these steps to engage with like your brothers or other ways of sussing out this third party? Because I think that's kind of like that will kind of engage Rex in what they're doing, because right now they're like, they don't really know the context of what's next in the game plan. They'd probably go to the captain if anything.
Yeah, no, what has been shared is that little spiel, combined with that there is someone else at the table aside from my brothers, aside from Cass, that specifically wanted me back playing the game and will continue meddling with us until I start wrecking things.
Mm.
And in order to find out who that third party is, we need to go wreck things.
Yeah, I think Rex would try to organize or try to get the team together just to like sit down and be like, I'm trying to think of like how he would do this. I think you all get messages saying we need to talk. Kind of like the ominous, like, some things are going down and we know it's rough. Like contextually, everyone knows there's something going on with everyone, like emotionally charged, all that kind of stuff. So it's like that talk, that conversation. So I think that's what happens. Like, and then basically meet at the, do we have like a ready room, like a pilot's ready room? That makes sense.
You would have a pilot's downtime room, yeah.
Okay, yeah. So I think we call it like the bunker or something like that. It's like meet at the bunker.
Well, it's better than the bar.
I don't know. The bar's pretty great.
So yes, would you all make your way to this bunker then?
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very simple room off the armory and the locker room off the flight deck. That's basically a couple beat up couches kind of shoved up against the wall, a low table in front of some chairs with old playing cards just kind of left there. It shouldn't, but it does smell of cigarettes and whiskey. It's just a little bit of a space to relax in while you're on call. And so in case you get told to get in the damn Gundam, Shinji, then you're ready and raring to go. It's quiet. You're alone in here for right now.
So I think Rex would probably be first there. He'd probably just be chilling. He might have just like a tumbler of whiskey to kind of like calm the nerves after everything has gone down. Who would enter first, do you think?
I think it's probably Vantage.
Okay. I think like Rex kind of holds up the whiskey bottle and just jingles a little bit, like, gets a tumbler, pours a little bit in.
So what happens when the two of them come in here at this? So what's gonna happen?
Where we left off. I'm a little anxious about it, honestly.
You do know that Kalis walks around with knives, right?
Yes, and while she seems a little bit more level, the last couple of times, let's just say there's certainly something burning. But that's why we have been practicing our martial arts, just in case.
Well, I mean, you certainly think that something's not going to happen, because if you thought that things were going to happen, we would have had it in the rec room instead.
Yes, that is true. I'm bringing everyone here to perhaps keep things cool. But we'll see. And hold up my glass to clink.
Yep. All right, up to team meetings, I guess.
Who would come next?
I think at a certain point, also like I think Vantage, like, are we? What happens if they like actually drag one of them? Can we actually physically drag one of them?
I think
mean,
it depends who's closer.
Here's my question, though.
Mm-hmm.
You were both generally in the same location in the cartography room. But did Leo go back and actually put real clothes on? Because last we left off, she was like, Socket had pulled Leo down the hall.
Oh, that's right.
Excited.
Oh, right.
Oh, that's right.
In a shirt, basically.
Your love has Death's name emblazoned on her. That's not odd.
Oh man.
Not the first odd thing about Socket I've learned. No, she wouldn't have.
Wow.
Because her plan was just to go back to Socket's room, despite her going to go get a death tattoo on her. I was just gonna go back to the room. So if I get the message, it's probably on the way back because I'm not like rushing back. I'm taking a very solemn stroll.
Yeah, and I think it also depends on how quickly you respond, whether or not you like immediately take action from the message, or you hold up for a second, like take a moment. But I'll leave that up to you guys to come over.
And same dealio with you, Death. What are you
Death
doing
takes
after
his
our
time. Goes back to his quarters, puts on a painter's smock, grabs some brushes, and painter's gear, and before he makes his way to the room.
Then probably me. I'm probably the next one that arrives.
All right. So you're dressed. You didn't change.
Nope. Still just wearing the long button-up shirt.
Okay. I think you, as you enter, you see Vantage and Rex, sharing a glass. Probably overhear like the tail end of them saying something like, I wonder if she's going to be fully dressed.
50. Who knows? I mean,
I'll take that bet.
or against.
Ooh. Against.
Well, on. No, I said you're on. Oh, you're on. Oh, you're on. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. It's like Vantage knows exactly what her plans were.
Yeah.
I think that's the perfect moment to walk in the door.
Yep.
Yeah.
I walk in right as soon as Vantage is saying you're on, you'll hear the door open up, and Calix will walk in and look at both of you, acknowledge you, and then go stand against the wall.
And
I win.
Yeah, Rex will like just hand her whatever there is for like bartering or some sort of. We didn't really like.
It was just it's a one. Like I won, so it's like
yeah. It's kind of like a one up. It's like shit, I owe you.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I see that you're in good spirits, and holds up the whiskey bottle. Kind of like.
As soon as you say, I see you're in good spirits, I look over at you, and you just get like this really... her eyes just like narrow at you. It doesn't say a word. Looks at the whiskey, and just shakes her head, and just continues to like lean against the wall. Seeing that this is a team meeting.
And I think I look over to Vantage and just give like a knowing look, like
just like she's
yes.
Vantage looking at give you a vibe, like, ooh.
Just be kind of like, let's get ready.
Going, like,
let's get ready for whatever's gonna happen next.
So in painter's gear and mask, with a liner brush behind the ear, Death arrives to, as I believe Socket's tunes begin playing again, Bad Moon Rising by Creedence Clearwater Revival. Death enters the room.
Huh.
Interesting.
Mechs don't paint themselves.
Ooh, all black. Huh? White?
Death rides on a pale horse.
Mm-hmm.
Of course. Well, as such, now that we're all here, I hope that we can go long enough to discuss what we're going to do next, as we've been played a few hands short. And I would say that there is certainly some emotional charge. And I hope that doesn't interfere with us being able to get things done. We're still a team. And like pointedly looks at Calyx and Death.
You know, I'm really sad there's no two-seater mech we can put them in.
Yes, that would, see if they could synergize and like, find that rift to bond on a deep level.
Mhm.
I've heard those things do wonders.
Mhm.
I look over at Death and I'm like,
Just sips on the whiskey.
we have an understanding.
Good. Do we have a lead as to where we can strike to find this third player that you mentioned, Death?
2 targets and 1 message I'm waiting for.
I could reach out to my handler to see if she has any information as well.
How tied in is she to Earth sphere and corporate sphere? Where's her specialty?
I don't remember. Prax, do you happen to know?
Yeah, she's Earth Sphere.
Okay.
EarthGov.
Does that, yeah, I guess, does that benefit us in terms of being able to get information that's relevant?
Possibly, yeah.
Okay. Well, she's specialized in the Earth sphere, but
Okay, so that's circle politics and possibly leads on family and targets.
yes. Right now, we need to gather our leads, find out where our targets are, and see which ones will tip the scales in a way that reveals the information we need.
Lorien is most likely over on Zanzibar alongside Cass. If you want to humiliate the walking crime against fashion yet again. But also, if there were to be an appearance by your parents, I would think it would be on Zanzibar.
Family reunions always sucked, especially in our family. Looks over advantage.
They tried to stab you last time.
If you're wanting a vacation, as it were, from that sort of drama, there's Hammersmith.
Well, there's something to be said about going after things you know versus the things you don't. But there's also the understanding that they are on their guard after being had or exposed.
How familiar are you all with bounty hunters?
I've had my
Not.
fair. Sorry, Vantage.
Oh, she's like, not. No, nothing.
I've had my fair exposure. Some good, some bad.
In all likelihood, there's most likely a bounty on. If things are playing out the way I think they are, there's a bounty on your parents, put out by the corporate bounty board. So, One way to have a better idea of tracking down your folks is to see what the chatter is. See where those pieces are moving. I anticipate Zanzibar, but it could be wrong. But one way to check my instincts is to see where the ants are moving.
Hmm. It does seem like right now we are lacking information. I'll reach out to my handler, see what they have, see if they're what the bounty is, because they'll have some knowledge of that. I wonder, Vantage, do you have connections to the corporate world? I don't know if using death here would be wise since they're a known entity.
I mean, considering the way I mean, I have some people I knew from the academy, but I think that might be dicey considering.
Well, your name is going to be flagged.
That's true too.
Mm.
Actually, both of your names are flagged.
Oh, mine's flagged for entirely different reasons.
Of course, but I'm simply saying. Very well. Leo, any thoughts?
I can call some people. Oh, that's right. Sorry. English accent. I can call some people. I guess. I have connections here and there. Advantages of once being the sole heir to a company.
Sure enough. We'll try to keep it quiet. Don't want to tip our hand too early. Our goal is to suss out this third party and figure out how we can shift the gears. And correct me if I'm wrong, Death, but we obviously don't want to help Cassie or your brother at Hammersmith.
Want is a very strong word. Put it this way. What we want to do is to cause disorder.
Chaos monkeys.
We want to muddy the waters and jumble things up.
Well, I think we can do that. Seems like almost every situation we've done that.
The
All right.
Starblade and its forces are an unknown entity. Whoever gains control of its assets on the board gets to dictate the tempo of the conflicts.
Death, did you have a conversation with the captain about this?
Captain knows a great deal.
All right. Might be good to see what he suggests.
We're closer to Hammersmith.
It's a fair point. Might make sense for me to do a reconnaissance mission at the very least to suss out what they're up to. Wouldn't be wise for us to for me to do that alone.
If you're going to Hammersmith, I will try and provide a distraction.
Well,
That being said, soon as I make landfall on Hammersmith, the safest thing you can do is stay the fuck away from me.
That won't be a problem.
Fine by me.
You say that. Also, if I communicate once I make landfall with any one of you or the Starblade, don't trust it.
Easy.
All right. Well, I've got painting to do.
Everyone's got their initiatives. See you soon. Finishes off the whiskey. Kind of like slams the locker nearby. I'm assuming there's a locker. I don't know.
There's a metal. It's not a locker so much as like a storage container.
Yeah, and just kind of like kind of like it's like, all right, let's go. Motion and heads out the door, heading towards their. I guess heading towards comms because I need to contact the handler, right? So it's like wherever the easiest way for me to comm long distance, I believe.
Either your quarters or if you want to do this in a public space, you could do it on the comms deck.
Yeah, I'll do my quarters.
So we know where Rex is going. We know where Death is going. Where are Lightning and Leo going?
Well, now it's time for more secret spy shit. God, all right. Well, I'll make those calls and see if anything comes up. But in the meantime, I'm gonna be working on the amethyst and hoping if there's more of that stuff rather than all this cloak and dagger stuff.
I go over and I just sit across Vantage just for like a quick second before we go off on our own ways.
Mm-hmm.
And I say, it's been tough these past couple of days, and I just want you to know that although I am god awful at it, I am here if you need to talk or just want someone to be around.
Thanks. I appreciate also the standing up back there when I wasn't able to. So I feel this is a mess.
That's one way of putting it. But anything for a friend.
Yeah. That also goes, both ways as well. Anything more than free. So off to doing stuff. I have no idea what I'm doing.
And I walk off and I go to my sister's room. I go find Alex.
So why don't we start with Rex?
All right.
So you've gone back to your bunk.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, I think you see the bunk with like kind of a little corner where they've been collecting scraps in like a workbench where they've been like doing their kind of scrap art. And Rex like takes a moment to kind of they like plop down onto the bunk, onto the bed, sit there for a second, take a deep breath. Like clearly they're collecting their thoughts. Get up, sit down at the workbench. What to say, and just like starts working on some scrap art. And they like, as they're doing that, they're dictating to the computer a message, kind of like thinking through while keeping their hands busy. And they say something along the order of I guess like a good synopsis would be parties at play, bounty on the units, need information. And like this is broken down into like spy speak essentially.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's probably how she would interpret it.
Yep.
But it's something like written in like a letter of like, hey, long time no see, you know, blah 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 blah. All that good stuff.
So you have two options here. You can roll me compose or write or shadowing avoid pursuit.
Ooh. Let's see, compose or write, and then what was the other one?
Shadowing avoid pursuit.
Let's go with shadowing and avoid pursuit.
Okay. So, go ahead and roll.
Let's see. I'm gonna toss in some luck because I want this to succeed. Ay ay ay. Really?
Yep, you need to roll that d10 negative.
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 1. Well,
But
it's
it's a
not terrible.
12. It's a 12. Okay. Okay. Your message will go out. There is a delay in getting a response because you're not live. It's a not live communication
Right.
across.
And that was kind of the intent, where it's like I sent this message out. I'm continuing to work on my scrap art, and then eventually I make my way to the Raptorai and like in doing repairs and maintenance and kind of like tinkering on that.
So then we're going to follow along to Leo. Hello, Leo.
Hi.
You went to go see your sister.
Yeah.
She's mostly now on, like, it's her work day, so she's kind of on the bridge with the captain, because she's taken over as, I'm going to organize the captain's life, fuck it. You can't tell me what to do. What do you mean? I have a job. I know what my skills are. You want me to arrange a dinner for 200 of our nearest and dearest, a state dinner for 200 nearest and dearest of our foreign friends? In a heartbeat. Arranging the little logistics of this little piece of shit, I can do that in my sleep. Is basically where she's at. Which, you know, is sometimes necessary.
And which is why Calix is going to her. Because look, Calix is very smart and very hot, but she has no people skills, and it's fine now because she has a twin who's great with people.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll walk up to Alex wherever they are, and if they're busy, I'll like motion that I'm need her.
Yeah, okay, yes, no. I did not, no. No, listen to the words that are coming out of my mouth. You are going to send me those 50,000 gallons in the next 48 hours. I don't care what you think you're doing, that's what's going to happen. And if I don't get those 50,000 gallons in the next 48 hours, I will come over to that little asteroid of yours and show you exactly how this works. Do not make me come over there. Click. Yes, how can I help you, dearest?
I need a little bit of research done, or just some contacting of people.
Who are we
Apparently,
contacting?
well, hopefully you can help me narrow down a list. We have a bunch of shit going down.
You don't say! It's almost like we're missing 50,000 gallons of fuel! Or, you know, The entire medical wing is missing 5,000 units of plasma. Would you like me to continue? Your inventory is shit, darling.
Well, it's not my job. I just drive a large ass mech and deal with bad guys.
It's a very nice mech, dear.
Anyways. So, Death.
What do you need?
He has all this bullshit going on. Where it's kind of like, remember that film we watched when we were younger? Oh god, the one where the guy had to fight all the evil exes of this girl that wasn't even really that into him.
Oh yeah, why did we watch that? Oh, I remember, because somebody was betting somebody else that it was shots every time he showed up on screen and then tried to hit on her and it failed.
Yes. Well, that is basically what is happening with Death right now. Along with some just family issues. So, we have to find out a third person. There is his old ex, Cassandra, who tried to kill us before. You remember, we were at the wedding. Then there is his brothers, who are helping out in some which way or form. And together they are all converging in an attempt to fuck up the world as usual. But there's a third player, somebody who's completing this triangle. And I am trying to figure out whom. Death mentioned that, remember that time I was telling you about the person who tried to kill me, that nobody who hired somebody
Yes.
to kill me?
Apparently. So absolutely no worth or value.
They, Death has some reason to believe that maybe they had something to do with it. And also, I'm sure you've caught up a little bit with the family business. I have pivoted away from some of the investments we were making before. And, the board wasn't terribly happy about some of them, and some of them left. And there could be reason to believe that people don't like when I took away their money. So there could also be a little bit of involvement there. Along with us just being a very successful company. I'm sure that's very lucrative.
So what do you want me to find? This third player?
See if there's a third player. Yes, that's...
Well, what have you got, darling? I need the actual information to see where I can go.
So there is, and I give her the information of the person who hired people to kill me.
Mm-hmm.
Everything that I learned, and that has been coming back to me after I sent out some things for a little bit more information. I tell her about the company that he works for, at least last I heard. And then there's also this list of companies that I stopped supporting, probably a bunch of just like, just weird, nefarious gun people and bomb people and just those weaponry things that I stopped supporting, and instead went with, charity and things. And I give the names of those. And oh god, is there anybody else that's trying to kill me recently? No, but I will also then give her the information just so she has names of Death's brothers and everyone that like we've kind of interacted with. Basically anything I would have taken notes as a player, I just give to her.
Okay.
Because I trust her inherently.
Okay.
To figure some shit out.
As you're talking, she's already moving through the data and correlating and moving and analyzing it.
She has a 14? Good for her.
There's a problem here, right, darling?
Which?
Well, this person who claims that you claim attempted to kill you and isn't really that important is actually kind of important. And isn't, like, a peon.
Are they? What are they doing now? Certainly they're not making things.
No, it's who their family is, if you trace things back.
Well, who are they then?
They're Freemans. He's a Freeman. Darling.
He's a Freeman?
Yes, you know, Frontier Armaments.
He's a Freeman? Why is he... Okay.
I think he's the middle brother.
100,000, though? They could have... I'm worth more than that.
Well, apparently
They
you
could
are,
have offered-
darling. Are you aware that there's currently a bounty on your head for 500... excuse me, not 500. For 15 million.
Okay, that's better.
I just figured it was... I figured
That's
this...
better.
I don't know where the small ball number is, but... But yes, apparently the front... Well, that's a... maybe it's a personal bit from him? I think it's the middle brother. Yes, I think that's Olivier.
Well, I guess that would explain a little bit more.
He's very
Apparently-
hot. I mean, come on, look at this picture. And she will turn around and, like, show you the, like, official Frontier Armaments, you know, about us and our board kind of look, and, you know, go, and then you kind of, like, can page down into, like, the various board members of the board, and, like, one of them is like, a very small minor person is Olivier Freeman.
Oh yes, so attractive.
Look, he is very attractive. Tall, distinguished, chiseled jaw, that very, like, low kind of mohawk buzz cut thing going on.
Kind of everyone
Also,
in the
he's like
picture, him.
6'8", darling.
Oh, you and the tall, dark, and handsome type.
Well, he
it always
literally
got
fits
you-
that definition.
I mean, you've always had a type. But at least go for somebody who's not trying to kill me.
Fine, that's fair. If he's actively trying to kill you, that does seem present a problem. But
I mean, only 15. Well, what? Okay, a bounty on my head, dead or alive. Like, give me the
preferably
details.
alive, looks like.
Oh, well, that's comforting, I guess.
There's a smaller number for if you just end up dead.
Oh, well, good for that. Okay, well, how long? Can you see how long this is about? Is this a recent bounty, or?
Oh god, no. This is like 5 years old.
Interesting.
Although the number has increased recently. I can see that. Do you know anybody who's access to, like, the Bounty Hunters network? I don't have any access to that.
Actually, I might. If, Vantage's boyfriend doesn't have any access, Rex's contacts might.
That could be a way to go.
Well,
Darling, are you really just gonna walk around in this all day?
I'm a busy woman, Alex. I just came from a team meeting. Before that, I was in another team meeting.
Is that what we call this?
And then before that, I was with Socket. Like, and then before that, I had just come back from working off the Star Battalion. I haven't really had time to go back and get, you know,
Pants, dear.
lounging clothing.
Pants.
Okay, well, next time the world's not trying to end, I'll go and grab some pants.
Look, I was pretty sure... never mind. Not going to say anything.
Yes, that is what I thought. Plus, it boosts morale. And
That's
I'll,
what Roll awareness, please.
awareness? Yeah. ¿Dónde estás? ¿Dónde estás? There it is. 22.
So you guys are still technically on the bridge, although you've kind of moved off a little bit to the side and are kind of talking low. But you can notice that there are a couple people who are on this bridge who are definitely staring at your ass. And your tits.
And why wouldn't they?
Yeah, exactly.
And I like a gesture over to the admirers. Well, thank you for your help.
Mm-hmm. I'll see you later, darling. Maybe perhaps I'll have some more for you.
And good luck with your 50,000 gallons of fuel or whatever. I appreciate it.
You should. It all goes for your stupid mechs. Now what's the no, no. Fine, I'll be there in 2 minutes. Apparently, I need to go deal with another crisis. You are wonderful, darling. And she'll like kind of give in for the French kiss and then go walk away.
I will attempt to trip her as she walks away.
Okay, well that's an attack on your sister. And she's wearing like, one of those very business cut pencil skirt suits and, practical pumps. Like look of what's her name from Blade Runner? The replicant.
Yeah.
I know who you're talking about. And I'm like, oh, Anna? What you said? Oh. I was like, shoot, who is that person? Anyway, yeah.
Yeah. That very formalized. Go ahead and roll your attack on your sister.
What do I roll that
It
as?
would be
hand to hand.
athletics or hand to hand.
Athletics?
If you want to actually make it a hand to hand fight, you can.
Don't crit your sister.
I'm just trying to trip her.
Yeah, that would be if you're just trying to trip her, it's athletics.
Athletics, okay.
Siblings.
Where the fuck is athletics?
It's under reflexes, non-combat.
Non-combat. Okay, athletics. I'm gonna put a little bit of luck into that one. 15.
14.
Oh,
I am.
That luck paid off.
Ooh.
Look,
Should have expected it.
Wow.
she just kind of stumbles forward a little bit. Please make a note. We need to readjust the thermostat settings in Calix's apartments. And she just walks out.
Just give her a little wave. And then I'll go back to a socket's room, and I'll do some just my own investigation. I'm just looking up Olivier and just looking up at what is out there, just so I'm a little bit more familiar. Catch up.
Lightning. Where you doing? Where you going after this team meeting?
She's gonna go to her room and just try and tell for anyone that she knows from academy school that works within the information corporate system, that sort of thing. It's a very small pool of people, probably.
Well, this is one of the great things about interlock systems. This is where we get complementary skill rolls, where you roll one skill in advance, and if you succeed on the DC of that, it would give you a bonus for the actual difficult skill. In this case, I would say what we're going to roll is social, to see who you know and how connected you still are to them. And then streetwise will be the actual skill that you'll roll later to determine if you can connect with them and they'll have actual information that would be relevant. So social first.
Alright, it's like, well, people generally like her, so I'll save that one for I'll save luck for the streetwise if that comes up. 12. No, people do not like her.
Well, you have to roll the d10 because you...
Yeah, I know. I'm starting with a 12. This is not... 2,
Yeah, it's
10.
a 10. So you don't... The thing is that this doesn't really... It doesn't really mean anything except you just don't get the bonus.
Yeah.
It means that you don't get the bonus to streetwise. So it's a little difficult for you to think of people that you know who might have that information, who you can trust not to necessarily report your contact back to the corpse. And that's the big thing, right? Your name is now flagged. Your family has been reported as spies.
Cool.
And perhaps that might be slightly concerning and possibly
Incredibly so.
And so you're struggling to think of someone who you can contact, who can keep your secrets. Why don't you try rolling streetwise to see?
I'll put 2 points of luck in this because this is not necessarily her domain. All right, let's do it. 16.
But you do manage to think of one friend who wasn't really a washout at the academy, but never really top ace or, bottom of the pack. Just kind of low mid-level, did well, had family connections, but nothing really on your family's real connection level. Nothing of the major socialization of the really big events, but a couple of small ones. You know that you know that she would keep your secrets. She kind of left the same time you did. And less just kind of not really all there, perhaps. Hold on, I have her name. 1 second. I have her name.
This is what happens. You mainly avoid people associated or even have similar tendencies as people in your family. You end up with this, having to try and scrounge spy information.
Yep.
From basically nothing.
Her name is where'd it go? Hold on. I have my notes. I have to go through all of my other notes to get there. Her name is Suming.
Suming, okay.
Here we go. And she is has connections, runs a private firm of what's the word I'm looking for? Asset recovery for corpse, but but it's truly a private firm, so although they're mostly her clients, she doesn't she walks that fine line between criminal and gainful employment really, really well. Everything she does is legal because she has all of the paperwork to file for it. It's not quite a private detective agency, but almost. Um, you can. I'm going to put her in the thing, and now she's in the thing.
Yay.
You know, tall. Well, tall for mix of Chinese and Han Chinese and various other Southeast Asian, because it is a giant plethora in the 22nd century. 23rd century? 22nd century. Anyways, but yes, she is a person that you could contact.
All right. I think I have this. I think imagine just sitting at her desk, like, it's like, how does this go? Do you just like, oh, hey, want to ask you about some stuff about my family. Hopefully this stuff does not get back to you and ruin your life. Great. All right. And she'll call in. She'll give the call.
So you're going to try and call, or are you going to try and message?
She's gonna try and call.
Okay.
She doesn't necessarily like the text. She doesn't like text because she doesn't like that thing where it's like, I have to guess what they're feeling at this moment.
Yeah. Roll a D100.
Yeah. All right.
Are you close enough to a comm buoy for this to go through right away? 36.
Oh,
I will
okay.
say yes. Call of Cthulhu rules. There's a actual sound like a rotary phone ringtone on the end. It rings once, twice, picks up. So, what's the sitch?
Hey.
Something's wrong. What you do?
Yes. Considering I haven't called in a while. Yes. That would be it. Okay. Straight up to the. Yes. Okay.
I mean, we can play the game of like personal questions, but I figure you would much rather tell me what's actually going on.
Exactly. I need, if you know anything about. These are moving rather fast, so any information about my family.
I mean, I'm not the person who would intentionally, in any way, shape, or form, engage in collecting a $5 million bounty on your parents, because that would seem gauche.
I mean, they did try and stab my brother, so this is
So
mostly
you're
their fault.
okay with me collecting that $5 million bounty on your parents?
If it's you, just please don't kill them.
Okay, well, I promise not to kill them, but if you're saying that I can, then I can. And, you know.
Well, I need that information, and
Okay, so what do you actually need? What do you actually need?
or the last place that they were seen, and the any information on my other siblings.
Well, let's see what I can get. Is this comm still good for you? Okay, so I can't get you anything right now. It's gonna be give me a couple hours. Give me 12.
Yeah. I imagine stuff like that's tough.
All right. Well then. What's this I hear about a boyfriend?
Wait, what?
Well, apparently you are going out with this dude who's got this massive bounty on his head. Now, I totally wouldn't collect that one.
What?
I mean, the corps really don't like murder, and particularly murder of, like, board members.
Who? Just, I don't want to be. Okay, which board? Who? I mean, she probably did some. I mean, he did things, but board. How high are we talking about? How much are we talking about?
Well, I mean, Andre Rourke is kind of is officially listed him as persona non grata and from Ion's Son, and I mean, it's not as high as your parents. It's only 2 million for
2 million.
right now. Although he definitely wants him dead.
Well, that one you certainly can't. You can't carry out because he might be dead. I might kill him.
Oh, well, that's personal. You get first dibs always, dear.
All right. Anything else that isn't like any more skeletons out of my past or present relationships that haven't come out yet? Because I would sure like to know. It's been a rocky couple months, I'll tell you.
I don't know anything about the rest of your relationships. I can just say that there are a bunch of people who are moving some money around. The Freemans are arranging a marriage with someone out of Soligen. Might be your brother, might not. I don't know.
Wait.
That wasn't possible.
My brother, which?
Xavier, the hot one.
Xavier.
Yeah.
Why did everybody say that?
You cannot tell me your brother isn't hot. Just because he's your brother, it does not mean you cannot deny the fact that Xavier is hot.
I hate his guts. I didn't have time to notice.
You can be angry, but he can still be hot. I promise not to sleep with him, because you're my friend and you're angry at him. But that does not deny his attractiveness status.
Yeah, because I haven't heard enough about that. His boyfriend's on this ship, and I hate it.
Really? That's interesting.
I think Brandon realizes, like, oh, shit. Yeah. So, Xavier? Who's the other one? Who's the other party?
It was announced, I think. Oh, hold on, let me check. I have in my notes. Oh, yeah, Freeman.
Oh.
Virgil, I think.
Oh, a Freeman.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Ooh.
Yeah, the baby Freeman. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And when's this supposed to take place? Where?
Zanzibar in about 3 weeks.
Oh, okay. Any word on this? What's with this Freeman? Just to know.
No one's heard from him in a while. Supposedly he's working for the Frontier Armaments, like, real, like, private development sector. Popular, considered nice. So tall.
I've seen them, yeah. They're all pretty tall.
Okay, like, he's even taller than Oliver. Like,
Oh. That.
like 6'10", almost 7 feet tall. And, like, rumor has it that he went for the full enhancement, so, like, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Not full Borg, but you know what I mean.
I mean, I don't know much about him, but I mean, getting involved with my brother, that's a face worth in death. No one should ever have to deal with that. That's...
I mean, sure.
So nothing about... That's the only thing you've been able to find about any of the my other brothers and sisters out there?
Well, I'm looking. Hold, please. Hold.
Also, is there anything about me? I don't want any more things I don't know about to pop up. Please, I'd rather know now rather than, like...
Anything about you?
Yeah.
Oh, you just want to know rumors about you. Well,
Yeah.
hold on. She crit.
Oh, good. What terrible thing does she know about? Good.
Okay. So you want all the rumors and all the dirt. I mean, like, you could answer your own siblings' emails, but apparently I'm gonna do this? Fine.
I'm persona non grata in the family at the last couple of years. I'm not surprised.
Okay, well, Luciana has got a thing going with a younger Richter.
Hmm.
You know, apparently that's a Soligen thing. I don't know. Corin is MIA. Apparently, like, he was doing this thing with this group of people and, like, really getting into, like, environmental causes and embracing,
Oh no.
like, arcology design and all of this stuff. I don't know. Niven apparently is just, you know, living in a hole with the labs and the lab rats and
Good.
it's Niven. What do you expect?
I mean,
It's an academic nerd of the nerdiest level. Adriana is hosting a bunch of parties, apparently. Or she was up until, like, 2 days ago. And fundraising, apparently. You know, Anson Rydecker is, like, really likes her organization for events. There's rumors that they're dating, but I can't guarantee that because Anson Rydecker has also been rumored to be dating, you know, Joanna Rem. And let's be honest, Adriana is not going to beat out Joanna Rem.
no, absolutely not. Ugh.
And Mira is at a thing.
A thing.
Yeah, a thing.
What kind of thing?
Just a thing.
Okay.
It's a thing. I don't...
I don't know what a thing means.
You could try and roll persuasion on her.
Please. I haven't...
Social combat.
Yeah, I think she's like, she'll lay it on like, yeah. Mira's the only one that I like, so like, I just want to know that she's safe. All right, persuasion. All right, eyes pleading. Persuasion, fast talk. That's the one.
Yeah,
right?
persuasion, fast talk.
Yeah. 12.
Like, she's doing a thing. You know?
All right, as long as she's okay doing the thing. Okay.
As far as I know, she's okay doing the thing.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and apparently rumor has it that your parents have changed their will to, like, add someone? I don't know.
Add someone.
Or maybe remove someone. No one's really 100% sure. They haven't seen the official document.
Removing, I understand. Adding, I don't.
Oh, and one last little piece of information, just, you know, so you're aware. Perhaps you might want to know. So the board has decided to engage. I mean, you didn't hear this from me, right? You totally didn't hear this from me.
Of course not.
The board has decided that they need certain assurances. And then Kender decided that perhaps it might be advantageous to have certain consultants hired. With their own ships and guns.
Oh. Okay, yes. Gotcha.
So, that's everything, but back to you. What's this I hear about Xavier's dating?
Xavier's to be an asshole. I mean, what else is new?
Okay, but is he a hot asshole?
I don't know.
You're the one who's
Maybe.
there.
I don't know.
Okay, so it's a maybe, which means it's probably definitely a yes because you don't like to evaluate any of your brother's significant others.
Yes.
Interesting. Well then, anything else you need from me, darling?
I can't think of it, but thank you. Thanks for. Good to see you again.
Next time, call if you actually want to talk and not just because you want me to give you all the dirt on your own family.
If I'm.
And corpse stuff.
Yeah, things are weird. If I wasn't out in the middle of nowhere, I wouldn't.
You say that, but I saw you at a wedding, so...
I didn't want to be there.
You could have come with me and we could have hung out in the bar. Look, there was karaoke and strippers.
Believe me, you would have not won. I would have loved that. I don't think you would have loved what happened. Family
I'm sure
stuff.
it could have been great entertainment.
I guess if you're not personally involved, it is. So yeah. Well, if I'm not dead and if I'm in the area again, good.
Okay, so when you're not dead and then you're in the area, we're gonna go out for karaoke and strippers.
I know that sounds like a long time, but that might come up sooner than later. So like if I in the next soon.
Okay. So like I'll call you in a week and then we'll go out for karaoke and strippers. Good to know. Bye-bye. Click.
I hate this. Find people. Talk up who you know. I know mostly pies. They don't know shit. Who else do I know? I don't know. I hate. All right. Rustlin. What the fuck? Then I guess I'll be.
Death. How goes your artistry?
Well, we're painting the mech while Back in the Saddle by Aerosmith is playing in the background.
Always a great soundtrack. Also has a really great guitar solo. Just, Joe Perry is Joe Perry. So you're painting the mech. I need just a small little roll from you, please.
Okay.
Because I believe... Hold on. I have to make sure I remember the name of this role in this game. Because it's, Not in this game. Sir, not appearing in this play. Oh no, it is paint or draw. There you go. There is a paint.
Is under
tech ability.
Tech. Okay.
Remember to prime that surface where you paint. Do not do the opposite. It will be bad.
Oh, it's primed. Alrighty. We'll see how this goes.
16. Perfectly respectable to paint the outside of the mech. What does this look like now?
So the steel horse is now the pale horse. It is white with black accents. The right pauldron of the mech is painted black with a white chest piece And in white letters on said pauldron says Pale Horse. Freehand.
Very attractive and very legible.
Yes. But otherwise, very, very plain.
And with that paint job and the restyling, we're going to take the break for the afternoon. We'll stretch, come back, and see what things we can discover and where we're going. But, see you in a few, everybody. Bye. Hello, friends. Welcome back. We hope you are refreshed, that you are ready to dive in to this second half of our Starblade Battalion Seeds episode. I must ask a question, now that you have all kind of begun looking for information and doing all of this. Where are you going?
I guess first question, am I still waiting for a response from the handler?
It will take a couple days, so
Oh,
you will
okay.
get a response during travel time, but I just need to know where you're going.
I think there's like a check, like after Rowan finishes fiddling, it's like, I'll check in with everyone and just sends like a kind of a team message.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how's everyone doing?
Prompt response: paint's drying.
Paint's dry.
Just like happy face, all caps.
My God.
I think I found something. I found stuff.
Everyone's responding with like the most lovely. I've got a well-oiled machine of a team.
Mm-hmm. So where's your team going then, in this well-oiled machine?
I mean, I think like, if I'm not gonna speak for everyone, but I guess since I'm the team ace or whatever, I would vote for Hammersmith. It sounds like that's where we want to go.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I think as soon as like
It's really because you want the strippers and karaoke. I know.
What?
I understand.
Hey, stripperoke is a thing. You know, it's a thing.
Mm-hmm. It is indeed.
Oh man, we are introducing things to the world.
So if you're going to Hammersmith, the Starblade is not going to go the whole way, but you're going to get
Right.
a
Yeah.
dropship.
Usual.
You're
Oh.
going to get your dropship again.
Delaney. Oh,
Del-
Delaney.
Delaney will be your pilot.
Is it Delaney this time? Is Delaney still?
Delaney
still,
Ann Thompson, and she's right ready to help y'all out in any way she can.
She's willing to come after the bad, the incredibly bad vibes from the ride back that came.
Mm-hmm. Y'all didn't care. She was fine. She had her music, and y'all weren't a big problem. She was dealing with her own shit, complicated shit.
The quietest we've ever been on a flight back.
But again, you are going to have your dropship, which means you are going to have your mechs with you. There will be 2 messages that will be received during this 5-day trip. One will come to Rex from your handler. Excuse me. It is encrypted, so I need you to roll. Didn't you have like a spycraft skill?
I have a couple of things. I have expert security systems. I have I think that was actually part of the spycraft. I don't think there's a specifics.
No, I think we used
Spycraft.
the expert security systems for spycraft before. So
Yeah.
why don't we use that again?
Okay. 18.
18. So it doesn't take you long. This is a very simple, in and out decryption, easy to go for. It makes things a little bit happening. Iris will send you a couple messages. Number 1, that the circle is manipulating a lot of things behind the scenes. There's a lot of discussion of that. There's also a lot of discussion about that there's going to be a gala hosted by Cassandra Colt, tied to a new arcology initiative that Messer Lorian Messer is sponsoring with his cousin. It looks like Frontier Armaments is going to be like supporting and a member of the fundraising committee, and there's supposed to be this new push for environmentally friendly technology coming out of Frontier Armaments, and with working with the Messers. And that there's supposed to be a event near in Earth, like kind of halfway between halfway between Venus and Mercury. Kind of like a on a floating platform, one of the orbital platforms out there off of Venus.
And what's the event about? Like, is it like,
it's a fundraiser, a charity fundraiser to support this new arcology and this new environmental initiative to kind of take back Earth. Because that's the big thing people have to remember, is that the third corporate war never happens. The second corporate war fucks shit up on the planet. There's a reason that there's a mass migration off planet to all these colony worlds, and then the massive pollution and population problem has caused Earth to become
uninhabitable.
No, it's not uninhabitable. There's a sliding scale of habitability, right? Let's put it this way. If you are super wealthy, like the Moon Kids, you're fine, and you wouldn't even notice anything. But you probably if you lived on Earth, you lived your entire life inside one of these arcologies in the major cities that were perfectly climate controlled, gorgeous new buildings, redesigned, everything is gorgeous. But outside of the arcology, it's bad. And overpopulation has kind of started to make it worse. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of problems tied to desertification, acid rain, smog, pollution, more smog, not as much ice cap melting, much more just everything bad. So the arcologies are kind of like a way in which you can become better. There are these methods of which are easier, healthier living. There's supposed to also be very limited technology in these arcologies. Aside from what's needed to run the arcology and keep it, it's supposed to be environmentally friendly, and therefore there's a lot less...
it's like maximum sustainability with the least amount of required energy input, essentially.
Yeah, right? And a lot more preaching about the joys of living off the grid, and
it's like an Earth home basically, but like on a globe or a
citywide scale.
Citywide scale.
Yeah, pretty much. There's a lot of push about the dangers of technology, and it's the technology's problem that caused the end of the world, that are causing all of these pollution issues. Yes and no.
So, I mean, from what I'm gathering is that there are a few events and like initiatives that this Earth Corp or Earth, the Earth faction, the Gaia faction, are putting forth. Mm-hmm. The Circle is manipulating things in the background, doing all kinds of wonky shit in different areas. Messier and Frontier Armaments are involved with this fundraiser, potentially something going down there where it's like maybe they're trying to manipulate things by having this like positive PR stunt in some ways.
Well, as Time of Kiss points out, so a charity event hosted by a joint venture between Frontier Armaments and the Moriat von Mackie Messers. I think I might RSVP my apologies. Yeah, probably time.
Yeah.
The thing is, it's very much and very obviously a. But that's the thing is, there's a lot of question about this because why is Frontier Armaments getting involved in an
Yeah.
EarthGov, a charity event in Earth space? Maybe, I guess.
Yeah, it's
But-
kind of like it's a potential PR stunt and front for something else. Like they're trying to distract from another thing that they're doing.
But Iris can confirm that both Cassandra Colt and Lorien Messer are going to be at this event. She's not sure if Lorien's cousin, what's his name? Come here, other Messer. That is literally my answer. Who is the other Messer? Luca. She's not sure if Luca is coming. That hasn't been confirmed. She can tell you that Luca is well known as like the actual brains behind these kind of things. He has an engineering degree. He was 6 months ago, like the announcement and the opening of the arcology in Edinburgh or Glasgow in Scotland. He opened an arcology in Scotland, Edinburgh. I was correct the first time. And it's supposed to be this new high-tech design that would advance a lot of the things that this environmentalist push, while also still providing the expected comforts from a modern technological age. Luca is also, but Iris doesn't know if he's coming to this event.
Okay.
She hasn't seen his name on any of the guest lists yet.
Did she mention anything about the bounty or potential connection to the bounty boards?
In what way? I mean,
the units referring to the parents.
She does know that your parents are currently hot. They've been burned. She knows that their cover is blown and that they are currently worth $5 million, dead or alive, preferably alive.
It's a nice lump sum. All right. Yeah, I think there would be kind of a dissemination of information, but I'll wait for that once kind of things are ready for it.
So, about 2 days into your journey towards Hammersmith death, you will get an email, a message, that Virgil Freeman would love to speak with you and is going to be on Hammersmith, attending to some personal business. He confirms that he will not be getting married on Zanzibar in 3 weeks. He's already married.
A message will be sent. Looking forward to meeting with you on Hammersmith. I hope you have an incredibly good bodyguard for your spouse. You should spare no expense. Also, don't drink anything in the casinos.
So, it will take about 5 days from where you were to get to Hammersmith. By day 3, both of these amounts of information have been sent. You can disseminate that amount of information to as much as you would like amongst your groupings. Leo.
Yeah, I think.
No,
oh,
go
sorry.
right ahead. Back.
I think the only thing that I wouldn't necessarily share with everyone is the bounty on our parents' heads. I would just talk to Vantage about that and just
Yeah.
let them know. But everything else, like the circuit manipulating things, we already knew that. But like, was there anything like specific that she knew about the circle and how they're manipulating, or like if there are players they're specifically connected to?
It's an ongoing look, right?
No.
The Gaian faction is a nominally acceptable political party and rising in Earth sphere and EarthGov politics. They're becoming very, very popular. The Circle themselves is rumored and as a manipulating force behind the Gaian faction. And Iris is currently, like, that's one of her major mandates, is to discover more about the Circle, but she's not discovered anything yet.
Got it. Okay.
Beyond what you already know.
Got it. Yeah, that's what I was trying to discern, is like whether or not she had extra information beyond what I already know.
No, unfortunately, she doesn't.
Yeah, so I would basically I would mention the gala that Frontier Armaments and Messier are sponsoring, where it is roughly, and what it's for, and that Luca may be the brains of that particular situation. But yeah, other than that, nothing else.
So you guys, in your 4-day travel from the Starblade to the joyous casino world of Hammersmith, is there a particular casino you're going to?
Considering the information that already married, I'm going to see the names attached to whatever bridal suites are at the different hotels.
Oh, please, please, please. I need this roll. I need this roll.
Okay, what is the role?
It's okay. We're going to come back to that. Don't worry, Rex. This roll is going to be either persuasion, fast talk, or streetwise, because
We'll go with persuasion.
you're going to need to actually talk to somebody to get, at the various hotels to get the information about registrations, right? Nobody's just going to give out their room registration.
I will spend 4 luck on this.
Yeah.
20.
Ooh. There is a moment of hesitation where the person on the other end of the phone is like, I'm not really supposed to give out that information. And that kind
A part of you must understand, I'm an old family friend. I'm not lying. Old family friend of the couple, at least one member. And I heard of them doing, again, they eloped, but they're spending their honeymoon here, and I want to make sure that they're taken care of.
Well,
That's not threatening at all.
okay. If you're sure.
Mm-hmm.
Well then. And I can tell you that Captain Isaiah Brashear and Captain Flynn O'Hara are in the Comte Suite at Le Pont de Sphere. And then Josephine and Lydecker and Marie Pont de Lydecker are at the Swan. And then there's Grimm and Beasley, they're in the Dolphin. And she'll go through like 8 more.
Okay.
You would need to roll me streetwise to see if you can determine who. No one she names is either Moraine, Freeman, or any name that you know.
Fair enough. So that. Since I kind of need to know, is it okay if I use the 2 luck from chat on this, folks?
Yes.
Okay.
Do it. Do it.
I'll use that plus 4 more of my own luck, so that'll be 6 luck on this.
God
13.
damn. Whoa.
Yeah, that skill. that stat.
That stat.
That stat. You can, by process of elimination, you can figure out that you don't know any of the names, but you begin like looking up the various names that you're given, and the figure that the image that you get for one of the names is Captain Isaiah Brashear, captain of a private vessel, and whose name is.
There's 2 captains that have just recently been married.
There are 2
And
captains that have just recently been married, and they have recently. Wait, where's the name of the ship? They're captains of a small private vessel that are. And I wrote it down in my notes. Sorry, I'm looking back through my notes. I can't find it right now. Anyways, private vessel. The important thing is that you get a picture of Captain Brashear. Very tall, 6'10", 6'11". Strong, built, muscles. And you can tell, having been in corpse space in your entire life, that obviously cybernetic enhancements and biological enhancements. Wearing a mask, what's visible underneath is the dark skin, but it is unique is the glowing yellow eyes, which, from your experience in Corpse Sphere, is a definitive tell of the Freeman family.
As soon as the picture comes up, it's like, hello, Virgil. I see you filled out. Good for
Yes,
you.
pretty much.
Good for you. But really, the mask, that's so centuries ago.
It's a very nice little like half mask.
I appreciate the nods to French culture, but this is a bit much. And the cape too. Someone has been watching too many of Aurelia's films. So, yes, the Pontosphere, that seems to be the one. I would like to send, considering the weather of this lovely planet, 2 of your best sets of sunglasses to the fun couple as they bask probably somewhere by the pool.
So you're going to send presents to the
Yes.
joyous couple at Le Pontosphere. Where are you all staying?
Oh, we'll stay there.
Oh, you're going to stay at the Pontosphere. That's very nice. Leo.
Yes.
So, I have a very important question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Your lawyer has sent you a message.
Oh boy. Yeah.
Most of the things that you have asked for them to do regarding the Messer mess have been taken care of.
Mm-hmm.
There's one small problem.
Mm-hmm.
His own personal shares that he bought. He's now a minority shareholder. Well, technically, you and Alex are joint majority shareholders, but he now owns 10%. He's a voting member of the board.
Okay. Okay. Voting member of the board. Go ahead.
And there's another message attached to it.
Mm-hmm.
From your lawyer, stating that Lorian doesn't know how to contact you, so he contacted me. You're invited to a gala?
To a gala?
To support this charity fundraiser, and he will send the invitation and the information. White tie.
As if that man has ever adhered to a black and white party in his life. Okay. I'll correspond back to the lawyer and see if there's anything that can be done about the shares that he owns. And that's all I'll send back. Just a note of sorry he's gonna contact you through me. Or me through you. Pharmacology. I'm assuming it's the same one Rex found out about. The gala.
Probably. It definitely seems that way. There is one other small thing. Very small. Perhaps infinitesimal. There's a private message for Leo on the last day, just as you're about to make your descent into Hammersmith.
Mm-hmm.
Land at the spaceport nearest Le Pontosphere. Private video message.
I make sure to turn it on my private, unconnected, a data pad, and I watch it.
A figure, tall, dark, handsome, short cropped hair, distinguished look, distinctive glowing, slightly yellow eyes. Leans back in an armchair, black leather, cut crystal glass brandy snifter in his hand. Smurls it, smirks at the camera. Helix Mitzley, this is your official notice that I am filing suit for copyright and patent infringement. See you in court, darling. Click.
I am going to send word to my lawyer. Man, I make a note to him to just give himself a raise. And I ask about this. I ask him to immediately send me any information about this lawsuit from this person. I'm assuming at least by the time he gets it, information will have already been filed and sent to my lawyers. Sent a request for all the information to come over. And I'll CC Alex on any and all family matters and business matters. And I will also take some time before the gala on that last day to...
Oh, the gala's not for another week and a half. It's on an entirely different planet than Hammersmith.
Oh, before we land,
Yeah.
I guess I should say. To just try to remember what the fuck he was trying to sell me when I first, for like that one time I met him. And trying to rack my brain on any frontier armament-esque things we could have possibly been making. Oh, you know what? I also send the lawyer a message to HR and to give me a list of anyone who has worked at Miss Lee Company who also formerly worked at Frontier Armaments. And yeah, I'll just spend time trying to think like, what the fuck could he even be?
Mm-hmm.
Acting like I infringe. And I'm assuming it's whatever he tried to sell me the first time, but I'll still rack my brain otherwise.
So I have a very important question. As you are descending into the landing spaceport near the Pontosphere, I'm assuming you're leaving the mechs on the dropship. You're staying at the Pontosphere. How many rooms did we get? What is our room situation? How much money are y'all spending on this investment?
Do we suspect that folks are like basically when I'm trying to determine whether or not we are obscuring like who we are, or are we trying to be more blatant? So is Death trying to be like, this is me and I'm here?
You do not want to be associated with me for this entire time.
Okay.
For your own sake, if there is some place to be and I am near it, be somewhere else.
Yeah, so I think
Separate
team-
rooms, then.
Yeah, separate rooms. I'd almost say that like, no, we don't necessarily have like two shuttles or anything like that, or like where you could land separately from us.
No, you don't.
But
Yeah.
I am fairly certain that upon my arrival, there will be someone to meet me.
Mm-hmm.
So just wait a bit and then exit the shuttle.
Yeah, I'm thinking we find
I think we get like a presidential suite or something, a large
Mhm,
room for all three of us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Death can get a shitty one.
I will do
Get the Motel 6 outside.
no. My plan, if I can, is
That
to
just
be
sounds
right
like some shit.
in the room right below the captains.
Scare the shit out of them.
No, I'm fully expecting someone to try and assassinate the newlywed
Mm-hmm.
and make off with the other one. So I want to be close.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it means that if there is something aimed my way, by brothers or otherwise, they'll be right above it. So that is more just Pope being an asshole. Oh.
What you said to us, don't be there. It's like, I'll be right under them. Be right under them.
So
Looking forward to next time when there's gunfire just appears from the floor.
there is a suite that can be obtained for the siblings Moraine and their friend Leo Metzley. Or the siblings Rossi. It's a very muddled picture about which ones they actually are.
Say Rossi right now.
Yeah,
Use the Rossi name. Use the Rossi name.
No, we don't want. No.
We're using the Rossi name. But actually, I don't think we're using any. We're using like a pseudonym or something.
Yeah,
like that.
we
We're
like
incognito.
we try to come up with something else.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Then I need the three of you to roll me disguise.
Oh fuck.
Oh, good. I don't think I didn't know this skill was on there, so that's
Yeah, it's
good.
skill.
Cool. Let's see.
Oh, okay.
Let's see.
I can tell you that it's all. You can also, if you choose and you make an effort to do something, you can attempt.
Can I?
Nope.
May I aid
Nope.
one of them? Not necessarily with disguise. Actually, I want to help Vantage on this.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to use wardrobe
And style.
and
What
style.
are you gonna do? What are you?
You are essentially in Space Vegas.
Yes.
I
you
am
are in
going-
well, less Space Vegas, more Space Monaco.
Okay,
Okay.
we're in Space Monaco. Okay.
That's awesome.
I am
Space
going
rating.
to make you both incognito but fashion. And so you are worth money, but you're also worth not upsetting. This is the goal.
Interesting.
So in that case, we'll
ahead.
ignore your first roll for disguise,
Damn it.
then Vantage, and we'll let Death roll wardrobe and style. And if he beats the DC, you will get a bonus on your disguise roll.
I will spend that. Thank you, Lysander. I'm spending that luck for this. 15.
15 is good enough. So Vantage roll with a +2 on your disguise.
13.
And what were you
Wait,
saying
wait.
about?
I said
go ahead.
I said
Oh,
don't count
oh,
the
Okay.
last
I can roll.
roll.
I can roll again.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
No,
because
no,
it was
no.
interrupted, and I'd rather.
Plus 3.
Plus two.
Is plus 2.
Two.
Okay. Well, it
Yeah.
could be. I don't
If
know,
he had
let's say-
if he had hit 18, then it would have been +3.
Okay, let's see. 12.
12 is
It's
still
one
than 11.
better.
It was one better.
I can only do so
Yay.
much.
Honestly, true. What were you saying about us
Also,
taking
like,
time?
yeah, I don't think Vantage likes being like
If it was basically
dressed.
it's basically if what Pope said. If you take the time to actually consider wardrobe and style, you can use wardrobe and you can roll wardrobe and style as your
Oh.
complementary skill before you roll disguise.
Darling, if I can dance backward in heels, you can wear heels.
Yes.
I don't think the heels are the problem. I think it's the fanciness of the clothes. I think she almost feel like.
I mean, I'm not very skilled in that, but I think both Calyx and I grew up in an environment where that was necessary. If we're going to like Space Monaco, and we're trying to be a little bit more an alternative ego of ourselves, what do you think, Calyx? What do you think?
You know what? Remember that time you came to visit me, like right after school,
Mhm.
where I was a big racer?
Yeah.
I think we went out and we decided let's be nobodies today. Like, let's go on a night out on the town and be absolute nobodies. And we take that persona and we go into this.
I like that. I like that a lot.
I
Sounds good.
just beg you, no socks and sandals, please.
Absolutely.
Oh no.
Absolutely.
How dare you ever suggest
Hey,
a Mitchell would go down that low?
just being a nobody doesn't mean that we're not going to dress properly.
Excuse me.
Come on. What is this? The assumptions.
I just had to ask.
All right, so you can roll either wardrobe and style or personal grooming to give you
Okay.
a benefit a benefit to your disguise roll.
Okay. And do
God damn.
yeah. And then I don't think
So
And then
Leo,
disguise?
you're gonna get you get a +1.
Okay, +1, and I'll use luck on this too.
And then Rex, you get a +1 because you didn't make the.
the full DC or
Yeah.
the higher DC.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, good.
You need a 15 to get a +2.
Yeah.
You need a 12 to get a
was-
+1. You need a 15 to get a +2,
I
and
was
an 18 to
tempted-
get a +3.
I was tempted to use one luck, but honestly, just adding the luck to the other one would equate to the same. So, let's see. So,
God damn.
Ooh, yeah, baby.
Wow.
I'm coming
You get to
out.
add. Yeah.
I'm coming out looking sharp.
Stylish.
So I got a crit totaling 27, y'all.
Yes, there you go.
Hell yeah. Different
Alright.
person. 100%.
Good. So you're making your way in. We're gonna follow the three of you first, and we'll come back to death.
I think throughout the night, my phrase of the night is, "Oh, I'm nobody."
No, it's you are so nobody that everybody is convinced that they know you from that film.
Yes.
Yes.
Just that.
You know, he's that guy from that film. You know the one.
Yes. I am. I'm
should-
like I'm.
We should
I'm
we
the
should ask for his autograph, but no, we can't do
Yeah.
that. We should totally ask for the autograph.
I am the hero of 1,000 faces.
Yes.
Annoyingly so.
I mean, I think he was in that film with like Aurelia Ludus Sterling. Like I think was it the other one? I think he was in that film. He was in that film. Okay. Well, that doesn't matter. But you're also at Le Pont de Sphere, and it's like Monaco, so it's not like Vegas where somebody might actually walk up to you and be like, "I need your autograph." Oh my god. Because there's a still level of like, oh no,
Respect.
no, it's because the other members of a large percentage of the population of the Pont de Sphere are also money, so they wouldn't be so gauche as to be like just walking up and asking for your autograph.
Mm.
But you can feel the eyes on you, and you feel that kind of like appreciation, and you know that level of attention and appreciation is very much the, oh my god, he's that actor kind of thing. Not anybody actually recognize you as Rowan Rossi or a Moraine.
Mm.
You enter in. There is a very nice, perfectly tailored, uniformed young lady, small bun at the back of her neck, at the nape of her neck, waiting to greet you at the door. There is no actual check-in desk here. There's just, somebody that greets you and comes up next to you and is like, "Oh yes, let me help you to your rooms. Your room is ready."
Prax, can I suggest something?
Yes.
With that role, can I be ballsy enough to just say that like they've upgraded us to like whatever suite we want because like they're like, wait, he's that person, we must impress them, sort of thing? Or is that too much?
I think it's a little too much.
Okay.
Because again, like this is Space Monaco. The hotel
Yeah.
itself is not gonna just upgrade you because you're some actor.
No,
Right.
you might be comped some chips,
Yeah, that's what I'm
But-
kind of thinking, like
but that you wouldn't be comped like
an upgrade to
Ooh.
a suite.
No,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
no.
makes sense.
The comping
So-
upgrade is after you drop like a couple K.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah. No, I was like, how would that work? But I like the idea of like it basically like gives me an ingratiation into like the big tables. You know what I mean?
Yes, you could you have an ingratiation into the big tables, and actually make a note for you that this will be important as you walk through the hotel and your guide is guiding you up to your floor of your room. And make that you get a little ding in your personal message that you're invited to an evening of high stakes baccarat.
Mm.
A personal invitation.
Is it signed by anyone? Or is it
Corin
just like
West.
Corin West? All right, all right. Does that name ring a bell? Wait, that doesn't. That name does ring a bell.
Actually, no, the name wouldn't ring a bell from a character standpoint.
Okay, okay.
It will from a player standpoint, but unfortunately not from a character standpoint. I was
I
going
know.
through in my head, it's like, nope, you've never heard that name.
No,
You've heard Corin, which might be one of your siblings, but you have not heard Corin West.
that is true. That is true.
Yeah.
Okay.
You've heard of Corin Moraine, who is the
Right.
who is the sibling who's missing who didn't check in. You have not heard of Corin West. And could the three of you please roll me awareness as you'll make your way through the hotel
Okay.
and the casino to the elevator? An 18, a 23, and a 15.
15. God, ugh.
Lightning, it's a little distracting. I mean, it's a casino floor. You have the lights, the sounds of the slot machines, you have the sounds of people playing poker, the roulette table, you can hear the ball rolling, which is weird because most of these are all light-based now and that doesn't actually roll because, welcome to the future, everybody. You can hear the sounds of craps being thrown and just hitting and pinging, shouts and success and lamentation as, somebody hits snake eyes or somebody else hits 11.
Mm-hmm.
You're seeing a number of people and kind of gauging like security interests, and you'll have a basic layout of the whole space. Leo,
Yes. Sorry.
Leo, you've got the same information, but there is you'll notice a number of the security guards that you see. They're very distinct, kind of very professional. You wouldn't normally notice them because they don't look like their suits are much nicer. Like somebody is invested in Armani for the security guards, right? It's not just off the rack. But you kind of notice them moving through. They're very good at not being particularly noticed, or at least the ones who are not supposed to be are really good at not being particularly noticed, but you still make note of them. Rex, you notice all of that, and then you notice something else. There are two figures wandering around, and one is kind of like, as you make your way following this hostess, basically, up to the private elevator that will lead to your suite. One of these figures is kind of clocking you, and not following you, but like tracking you across the room. And there's something odd about this figure. He's tall, muscled, but in a very lean and lithe sort of swimmer way. Long black coat, red waistcoat, that kind of perfect German Aryan, blonde-haired, blue-eyed, chiseled expression would make certain people be very happy and during a certain period of time. But there's something off about him. He's too perfect. Just a little bit too symmetrical in facial features.
Do I suspect like cyborg or like technology?
Not cyborg, because even that
Right.
would be...
This would be more like android than anything, right?
Yeah.
It's like manufactured person, like that's like
But
perfectly
it's-
symmetrical,
But it's...
high end level.
Oh, extremely high end. It's not open market high end. Like, this is much better than anything you've ever seen.
Potential android. Yeah, I'm about to. Go Blade Runner this guy. No,
You'll probably lose if you fight this thing.
yeah, I know. I would lose. No, uh, yeah. Does that like from my spy sense? Does that like flag anything for me? Because I do have that expertise in security systems and tactics. So I'm wondering if like this is someone that's tracking me because of my visibility, or tracking me because they recognize me.
You can roll security systems to see what you think about that.
Okay. 14. Not the
It
best,
just
but-
seems like they're tracking you because they're trying to place you as like who that actor is.
Jesus. That could be so many things. Okay, I think I've made a mental note, and Rex will try not to like directly make eye contact or anything like that, but will be essentially in the periphery, keeping like a sense on them, on where they're at.
So
Yeah, go ahead.
are you three going to do anything as you make your way up to your suite? And just crossing the casino floor.
I mean, originally I was going to actually try to do like kind of a once over, pretending to be kind of like in going over the tables and kind of getting a lay of the casino itself.
I mean, you can definitely do that if like she's just showing you up to your room and
right,
then
right.
leaving
And-
you. So if you wanted to do that after she leaves, then
That's fair. I was more thinking like this is me kind of doing a kind of once over of the securities systems, of the exits and like different places, kind of like the spy nature of like just making sure that I know my exits and know how security is set up. So this could be happening while we're walking to the suite, and then after we've been led there, I'll personally change into something, or I'll get myself ready to go out to do kind of a more thorough inspection.
yeah, this is you're clocking all of the security as you work your way up.
Yeah.
Lightning or Leo, is there anything you're doing as you're making your way beyond clocking security?
I don't think so. I think leave it to Rex.
I'll probably just ask the before she walks away, the hostess or whatever, if they had a particular kind of champagne available, just a high end.
Okay, so this
champagne.
is where I get to be very, very nerdy. Do you want name recognition, or do you want something that's actually good with name recognition?
Good with name recognition.
So you want either Cristal or Dom Perignon?
Yes, probably done. I should have gone with Crystal. I know how to say that one. We'll go with Crystal.
Cool. Certainly, madam. A regular bottle, or do you need a magnum?
Go with the Magnum.
Of course, madam. Right away. She will leave you at the door to your suite. Lightning, is there anything you're doing on your way up?
I don't think so.
The suite is very nice. It has a slightly sunken living room. Like, you come in and there's a slightly sunken living room that has an open, like a big bay window that opens out onto the ocean view of this particular casino off Hammersmith. It's very pretty. There's kind of like a tiered drop. If you've ever been, like little tide, like the personal pools in Santorini. It kind of like, if you come out of like the villas of a couple of those, there's like small pools that kind of like tiered down from the top of the volcano down to the water in the lagoon, in the harbor. And you have your own like infinity pool that kind of opens out from the main living room. There are 3 bedrooms. They all have their own bathrooms. But the doorbell rings, and a moment later, there's a bellman standing at the door. Who answers the door?
I'll go and answer the door. Although I'll make sure that there's someone near me, at least in like view of me, because I have informed you, the team, that there is a 15 million bounty on my head, and we are entering a casino with one of the family members, related to the person who wants me, not to kill me, I guess, but to at least take me alive.
Yeah, so I was about to say that, like, as soon as the door rings, like, Rex is basically in the shadows waiting for anything to happen, with their weapon ready.
Yeah, I think Bandage is in one of the rooms, but just has it just like peeked so she can kind of see. Just ready.
Okay. The door opens. It is a bellman. Roll me awareness, Leo.
18.
He moves in, nods, places an ice bucket with a magnum, silver ice bucket with a magnum of Cristal Brut, of course. It's also a very fancy cut
Glasses and
well, the bottle, a magnum of Cristal is a crystal bottle. It's
that makes sense.
they're absolutely gorgeous, and you know, like cut crystal kind of blown glass. They're really really nice. Gold and orange lettering. He sets the bottle and in the ice bucket next to the table. He sets the ice bucket on this small table in front of the living room. The little floating hover tray that carries the glasses sets down and are set on the it hovers next to him as he takes the bottle and then perfectly opens it with just the littlest as it's supposed to be, so you don't overflow the champagne. Starts and pours 3 glasses, ties the towel around the neck of the bottle, sets it in the champagne bows, and walks out of the room. There's just something off about his face.
Before they walk out, as they're pouring the glasses, I say, you know, as I walk in with him over to Vantage, like I'll grab one and give it to her, but give her a look like don't drink it, and then I'll grab another one and I'll hand it over to Rex, and I'm like, the chances you brought 4 glasses.
Of course, madam. I will go get you one.
I thank you. And when they return with the 4th glass and they pour it, I'm going to be, it's a weekend for a celebration week, whatever, I don't know what day it is, of celebration. Have one on me. And I hand him back the glass that he gives me.
He will nod and say, madam, I thank you, but I'm currently on duty. And will cheers you with the glass and sets it back on the table and then bows and then walks out the door.
As soon as they walk out, doors closed, I'll look over at Rex and Vantage and I'm like, first of all, don't drink that. Second of all, Weird, right?
Weird, a little weird. Yes.
A little strange, yes. I was gonna ask actually if there was something because I was thinking either human perception. I don't know if
You
that's
can always human perception.
yeah to like kind of get an insight on this person after we saw something was off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's see, 18.
It gives off all the impression that they're very professional, very similar, but Rex, there's just something that reminds you of that security figure downstairs, a level of
Rigidity.
yeah, that's just a step beyond even the best footmen at the best estates that you've grown up with.
Yeah. I I look to the others and I just say, I do wonder if this hotel employs or engages with many androids. There's something rigid about a few that I've seen.
Wait, where'd you see the other ones?
Down on the floor, there was a security officer that followed me with their eyes in an unsettling way.
I mean, it would be beyond anything on the market at the moment.
Yes, something very unique.
You weren't there.
Oh.
There is a. I mean, are you thinking the Seamus's androids?
Possibly.
Maybe.
His personal.
I mean, then.
That would
If
make
those-
things a little complex.
Well, I mean, if those are here, I don't think you spend that much money just for security.
No, it's very possible that they are an information network of sorts.
As we're talking about this, I'm going to dip one of the rings I have on into the drink, and see if it changes color to see if it is poisoned in any way.
I need you to. So I have a very important question. This ring that you're wearing. Roll me. Would this be a ring that you intentionally bought for this purpose?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, then it is
She's
actually
an-
100.
She's
have
an
this ring.
heiress.
Okay,
She's an
so-
heiress to a corporation, of course. People are coming out of her left and right.
Cool,
She's got
cool,
$50
cool,
million
cool, cool.
on her head.
Is it a tech based where you're analyzing, or just the traditional silver dip to see if it?
Yeah, it's like that nail polish that you check if your drink's been roofied. It's like the same deal but more advanced.
Yes. So. Yeah. There is nothing wrong with this crystal. It's absolutely perfect.
Oh, did say they were professional. And I'll take a drink out of it.
Well, oh, I was gonna suggest that I
think Jet
I go
Mag's like,
first.
oh,
And absolutely nothing happens to Leo. It's a very nice glass of crystal.
We're so paranoid.
I know.
So many things have happened to us. Shit. All right.
Speaking of paranoid, however, I need to check in with Adam, who's checking in separately, and
Yes.
came over from the spaceport separately. Adam, as you walk in, there is a figure, again, a nice young lady, hair pulled back in a bun at the base of the neck, very pantsuit, tailored, nods and greets you. He's like, Mr. Wingfield, correct?
Certainly.
Right this way, please. Roll me awareness.
Right. 18.
You can clock all of the security, the physical security, the people working the floor, even those who are dressed in a non-traditional manner. You do not see currently, as you walk across the floor to the elevators, anyone you recognize by any definition of the term. You make your way upstairs. The hostess nods and gestures to the door for you. There is a large bouquet in the center of the little table in the suite. 2 dozen white and yellow roses, loose, looking like they don't care, in a vase. And a very filigreed, calligraphied card. As she walks away.
Just going to walk in. Let that poor woman go back to whatever it is she's doing.
Greeting guests.
And go and read the card.
It's perfectly styled, but in 18th century French. Welcome, brother. We hope you enjoy yourself. I'll be around. I'm a little bit busy at the moment. Ooh, we should get together for dinner. Oh, and happy birthday. With just a K.
Just sort of sigh, shrug, card back. Then
there's a knock at your door.
One moment, please. Quickly unlatches one of his bags. Now that sword. Not beforehand. Now that sword. Prax.
Look, you know me so well.
Wasn't going to use it while he wasn't him.
That's
Draws and puts that under the coat. Coming. Opens the door.
There's a bellman with a tray, little floating tray right next to him. It's got an ice bucket. 6 bottles, brown, 12-ounce beer. Floats in. He places the ice bucket very precisely, bows, and proceeds to walk out. Can you roll me human perception?
Certainly. We'll spend my last 2 luck on this. $16.
There's just that little bit off in their motions. Nothing threatening, nothing you feel threatened by, nothing that would be anything short of professional, but just a hesitancy, a stiffness. That's odd.
I want to try and remember something.
Yes.
Wasn't that long ago that our ship had a series of assailants?
Yes.
Do they walk the same way?
Very good question. They do, but you don't feel any threat or worry from this one. Another interesting point for you, sir, as you're paying attention. The bellman doesn't wait for a tip. Walks away.
Checking underneath. First, our lovely futuristic grab plate, and
Yeah.
then seeing if there's the old tradecraft thing of having something just on paper wedded underneath one of the bottles.
Nothing.
Okay. No
Don't even have to
messages.
roll for it.
All right. Just leave that to the side. No, again, rule one: no drinking. Looks like I have to get ready for dinner, and starts changing clothes.
And that's where we're going to end for today. Are we having fun, everyone?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Just
I've always wanted to go to Monaco.
I want to go to Monaco. Admittedly, I want to go more for Le Mans than for
Fair.
the gambling, but I would still go for the gambling.
Yeah, same. I'm more, more of the atmosphere.
More the atmosphere. But I'm glad we're all having fun. Things are getting juicy. I'm sure there won't be any problems for anybody here whatsoever.
No, we're fine.
Just surrounded by androids and
Yeah.
it's like, oh man, you never know how those androids are connected.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm.
Not at all. But we're gonna go around, let everybody share some love and where you can find them. We'll go in reverse order this time. So we'll start with Lynn. How you doing? How you feeling? Did you have fun tonight?
Yes, I had a lot of fun for Vantage. Trying badly at trying to do some spycraft just isn't cut out for it. And now she's surrounded by robots. This is great. This will be fun. I feel so bad for our captain newlyweds being in proximity to death. Both of them.
Look, they
real
have their
death
own issues.
Yeah. Because sure as heck, that message that Death sent did not sound threatening at all. Vaguely, not at all comforting.
Look, it was very polite.
Yeah.
And Death got a very polite answer about, like, yes, I'd love to take you up on your offer. Thank you so much.
Cut back to them. Be like, somebody's gonna kill us. That should be fun, though.
But, where can we find you? All that good stuff.
Hey, you can find I'm Lynn, Gremlin Art, pretty much everywhere: Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, all those places where you can find my art and what I'm doing this week, including on Tuesday on the amphitheater. It's our little red wall story where our little animals are on different sides of like a conflict, and hopefully there is no war with all these cute animals. And on Wednesday it is Hex Crawl on Fall Black Cats, where I think we are traveling to a new country, and God help them, because the last couple places have not and have had terrible disasters, including like planes and all sorts of stuff. And on Thursday, this Thursday also on the amphitheater, it's the premiere of Blood In, Blood Out, our Blades in the Dark game, where I get to play a very Very, very, very spooky whisper. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Uh, and then next up, hey Eddie, share some love and where can we find you? All that good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'll start with where you can find me. I'm Pixel Knitter on most things. Uh, Mostly talk politics, some gaming, all that good stuff. Just general stuff. Um, and yeah, Eddie Freeman Pixel Knitter on most things. On a little hiatus with the AP Gaming Real while life stuff, things happen. Um, so we'll be back on the 29th for the next episode. That, granted, I think it doesn't drop on YouTube until like the week after that. So keep an eye out that though. More BattleTech, more mechs, all the mechs. Um, and yeah, that's it for me. And then I don't know, getting back into this game, having the 2 week cadence, it was like, oh yeah, what happened last week? So much has happened, or last time, and I just love the fact that we jumped right into the hot seat, and we're like, yeah, so we're like as characters, we're trying to figure this shit out. So it all worked out, and I love it. I loved how we all came together.
Yeah. All the good things. And then PB, how you doing, PB? How you feeling? How's life going for you?
Hi, I'm doing well. I'm happy with everything going on. I'm PB at PB Plays Inside. You can find me everywhere at PB Plays on Inside on Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. You can find me over at twitch.tv/Indoor Adventures. That's where we're playing the SCP Pulp Cthulhu game. We have moved sites, and now we are officially C class and are getting jobs. We're about to figure out like what kind of, what our team name and dynamic is going to be. So that's going to be exciting. I'm also very, very pleased or very happy with how Lynn's scene went with Vantage with her friend over the phone. That was so good. It was so funny, and a lot of valuable information. Also, oh man, do not envy Rustlin. Must have been a rough week for him.
He has a complicated life. He was a Ravager. There was some murder. It was a thing. He's over it. He's over it.
I mean, I'm sure he is over it. The person with the bounty is not, or put out the bounty is not.
Yeah, Andre Rourke is not over it. Nah, not over it at all.
Just calm 5 mil.
No, 3. He's only worth 3.
Oh, that's
Your
right.
parents
The
are worth
parents
5.
are worth 5. Sorry, got our bounties mixed up.
But that's 2 of them, though.
It's true.
Just think, your significant other is worth $500,000 more than your parents.
Hey, get them all. You get like a nice 8 chill mil.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Someone, yeah. If someone just came to that wedding, it's just like scoop all of them. Just there's everybody. Look how many bounties there are. Everybody has a bounty.
Pooja, if you're watching this is not a request or suggestion.
Time to clean up. 16 mil minimum for everybody that is involved around us.
Oh,
only if I'm alive though. I will mention it lowers significantly if you kill me.
Now I need to see if I have got a bounty on my head.
Yep, there's a
You
lot
should
of people
have
that should look into that. I'm just saying.
Oh God.
Well, maybe we need to get Advantage's friend another call. Just be like, hey.
What do you know?
But that leads us to Pope. How we doing, Pope? How we feeling?
I'm having a fabulous time. Death, on the other hand, is this is going to suck. This is going to suck in unimaginable ways. There's going to be a number of awkward conversations, maybe a sword fight or three. We'll just see how it goes. I am sincerely hoping that for our beloved trios sharing a suite, nothing too terrible happens. But I have a feeling something will, given who we are dealing with. Of course, Baccarat. Couldn't be anything else. Had to be Baccarat.
Why would you, you're in Space Monaco, why would you play anything else but Baccarat? But where can we find you? And share some love.
There's plenty of love to go around. That wonderful conversation between Vantage and an old friend that I am now deeply curious about, because they know an awful lot. There is just a series of now suspicions going around of who is this woman, where does she fit into things? I must know. And then I just feel this sudden kinship with Leo, as their past is just coming out of the woodwork, and all the people that have a vested interest in them and their dealings are coming to the fore. Just like, it warms the cockles of the heart. And poor Rex just trying to put all these pieces together, as it seems like the entire cosmos is in danger on top of all the people he loves. So yeah, there no stakes. It's all easy. It's a walk in the park. And of course, definitely a shout out to our beloved co-captains and that crew. Enjoy your break and look forward to seeing what you all are up to. As for me, if you want to see more of this ridiculous face, hi, I'm Pope World Bill elsewhere, Pope World Bill on Twitch, or lurking all your streams. Summer dialing down because there's this thing called a heat index, and even with air conditioning, it gets hot up here. So we're taking our summer vacation. But there are still a few places you can see me. First up is follow Black Cats on Wednesdays at 2 p.m. Eastern, along with Lynn, as we continue on playing our Disaster Spies. And then if I am not here every other Saturday, the opposite weekends, Sundays, over on Balrog 1911, we are getting on with some Castle Punk. As we continue on with our brand new campaign of what does it start? Brinkwood. I always want to call it Barrowwood, but it's not. It's Brinkwood. The Blood of Tyrants. So if you want to see us take on some newly industrialist vampires and throw off their shackles, set things on fire, and be corrupted by Fae, come on Sundays at 2 p.m. Eastern to see that disaster. And as always, thank you all so much for being here. We're a live VOD YouTube. A story is nothing without its audience. You're much part of this as we are. Take care of yourselves and one another. See you soon.
Don't you have something on like Monday?
Oh yeah. There's the other disaster crew, which is on Laugh Love Lindy. As I'm sorry, Blood Moon got on the brain, as Monday is also my birthday, and
Happy birthday.
yeah, we will be back with Innistrad, Fang, and Shadow. They're on a barge. They know they're going to be assaulted. It's going to be a fight, and we'll see who survives.
All these things are important. Sounds like a lot of things you should check out from our dear, dear friends. And as for me, hey y'all, you know me. I'm at Dear Gentleman on Twitter, and or Praxworth as me before. You see me around here on Twitch. Your friendly neighborhood Prax. We will be back tomorrow night with Witcher Roads Home. And if you missed out on last week's episode, I'm just going to tell you, you need to check out the VOD over on YouTube, because shit happened. And things might have a fallout because of what happened last week. Like a really, really serious fallout. I'm just saying. Witcher is deadly, y'all. Witcher is deadly. And then you'll probably check out, sometime during this week, I'll probably do some more video games so that I can get some more luck to help all of my players. We will not have Mechton next Saturday. I will be out of town. We'll be back the following week, the 28th, with our good Starblade Battalion's crew, and we might see more things that are happening there. And keep your eyes peeled, because there might be something very, very special occurring in June. Something oh so special. But until next time, have yourselves a wonderful night, everyone. We should send some love, and I feel like I haven't spent enough love to Myth in recent times, so we're gonna go raid Myth. He's doing some Red Dead Redemption, and Myth just needs all the support, so we're gonna go do that. Have yourself a wonderful night, everybody. Bye-bye.